What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, on today's little episode, we're just going to be doing some little upgrades and tune-up on the good old S12. Some things that I got recently. I just installed a new mass airflow sensor. Oh, here's the old one, which I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it's still pretty clean inside. But one of the common problems with mass airflow sensors when they're going out, even this thing will say it on it, is engine hesitates under load. That's what the one that we are experiencing. So we're gonna, oh yeah, and don't remove your screen. But so yeah, we replaced that, and also the alternator went out in the car. And I don't know if everyone knows it or not, but the 87 Maximas have the exact same motor as this and the 300 right there. But the Maxima is the only one that actually has a higher amperage output because it has electric fans. Since the motor is sideways, it won't have the clutch fan to cool it. So they gave the Maxima a bigger alternator. But it is a common upgrade for the 300ZX and the VG S12 as well. So I got another alternator right here. I had to go to work, so I actually took the alternator off of my Maxima and put it onto this one. And it was a brand new alternator anyways, but so now I had to get one for my Maxima. But one thing to note is I did have to add another ground wire. So there's the normal ground wire that's like right here. You can't really see it, but it's under this. But yeah, right there. But you have to run another ground wire over there, and I just ran it to my chassis right here. Also, it would be smart to put a bigger gauge wire from the back of the alternator. Maybe have one that goes straight to the battery from the back of the alternator where the big wire goes. Just because it's going to be putting out more amps, and you don't want to get that wire too hot. The Maxima had 2 wires on the power instead of the single 1 wire like this and the 300 has. So that's just something to keep in mind. Let's see, what else was there? We got a new ignition coil. Always get NGK. They know what they're doing. We got new plug wires. And the harness didn't come for this yet. But I'm also going to be installing the PRW-2, the little transistor spark controller doodad. But also it says on this little piece of paper that you're supposed to use this heat sink silicone grease on the back of this where it's all shiny right here, because it's supposed to mount to your distributor module. So what I think I'm going to do is I got like an old Xbox that's all torn apart. I think I'm going to take a heat sink off of that and put it onto that, since this isn't going to be mounted to an ignition module or the distributor at all. It's going to be sitting right here. So here's the coil, and it's going to be taking the place of that box right there. And I have a spare one. So it's going to be taking the place of this. So I'm going to essentially, I'm going to have to use this plug and these wires cut right here, and it'll come to a new plug that fits the PRW-3. Or PRW-2, why did I call it a 3? But anyways, yeah. So we'll get that all on and see how it goes. Hopefully it'll clear up. It's still having a problem when you're giving it acceleration, like hard acceleration. If you go past 3/4 throttle at all, it all of a sudden just sounds like it drops a cylinder out or something. It just doesn't accelerate hard. But then if you lift off the throttle just the slightest bit, it'll come back and just be just fine. So I was hoping it's the mass airflow sensor, because obviously, you know, it's reading the flow of air. So hopefully it's that. But yeah, we'll get around to fixing, Jesus, bugs everywhere. We'll get around to fixing all this stuff. But yeah, we'll come back to it when it's all put on. Alright, so we got the new MAF the new coil, and all new wires, and she is running a million times better just on that alone. So I'm pretty sure that math was pretty faulty on it. So that's good to know. All right, sweet deal. Oh, another little thing that I put on. You guys can feel free to snag one up. So they got these light up Nismo badges, and it's super easy to put it in through the grill. Yeah, I had to take the grill off, but it's literally just 1, 2, 3 little plastic things that you turn sideways and pull it up, and it pops up. And then there'll be a tab right here, and right here. But they're not really holding it down, they're just kind of there to place it. But yeah, it's all lit up, looks cool at nighttime. I just spliced it into the wiring that goes to this marker light. So behind here where the 2 wires come in, I just used the little vampire clips and just bit into each wire, and there we go. So when the lights are on, this will be lit up. Oh, also got a catch can because like I was saying, the intake being super dirty, you really need to get a catch can. The one I got wasn't that expensive. It was only like 40 bucks or so, but you want to find one that's a baffled catch can. So look for one that has baffling inside. This one has baffling, and it has it looked like a Brillo pad, really. Big old chunk of stainless steel, you know, coiled up in there. And then it's got a little dipstick right here that you can take out and see how much oil is in it. But remember that you don't want one with a breather on it, because you are still connected into your factory air circulation. So as long as there's no leak in it, it'll be fine. This one's doing just great. So yep, pretty quick and easy episode this time. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave us a comment. Every little bit helps. See you on the next one. Alright, well, it turns out the plug came for the PRW-2. It's from Past Power. There's the what you're going to want to get. And you're going to want to cut the 3-pronged end off from this plug. It'll come with another one. Cut that off. The farthest black wire is going to be connected to your blue wire. And that blue wire is obviously the factory wire that went up to your coil. The next one is right under it, the big ground wire. That is still going to be connected just straight to your factory coil wire, like nothing ever happened. So technically I didn't have to cut that, but you know what? Oh yeah, I did, because this actually went to the other thing. The next one is this black wire in the middle is going to go to the top black wire, the one that's above the green wire there. And then your green wire at the end is going to go to the far side of the PRW-2. So it's going to look just like this when you're all done. And hopefully I did my wiring right, and we'll go out and toss it in right now and see how it is. Okay, everything's back into place. Wiring's all laid out. See if she starts. Let prime. Alright. Well, I know that the wiring isn't wrong, because it probably would have melted and wouldn't have started up. Sweet deal. Alright, so I just wanted to add that last little bit to the video. So, yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. There'll be lots more to come.